Hello everybody, welcome to another fantastic episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John, welcome to my sipping den. A little bit about the show here, the channel. I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol on this channel. I review it all. I also do a world famous Sunday morning coffee review. Now, that's a lot of stuff. The good news to this, it's all good news. One, if you like anything that has anything to do with alcohol and or coffee, you don't have to go anywhere else. You're home. This is the channel for you. Two, how do you find all the stuff I review? I have the most up-to-date, easily navigatable, categorized playlist on YouTube. And I challenge you to check it out. And I promise you're going to spend a lot of time looking at that playlist and clicking on all those categories. I got it perfect, man. Now, and that is a challenge to you, okay? Every video I do, I pin the first comment. It's mine, and the reason I do it is because it always has a link to whatever I'm reviewing. In this case, bourbons. Right? We're doing a bourbon today. I'll tell you this, it ain't easy doing all these. Matter of fact, it's so hard. I'm the only one in the world that can do it. Now, it's not that hard for me, but imagine anybody else trying to do this. Also, to make it fair to the other YouTubers, I do this with half my taste buds tied behind my back. All right. Brothers Bond. Distilled and crafted in the tradition of all great bourbon. Okay. Straight bourbon whiskey, hand-selected batch. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. All right. There it is. You know. Simple label. What about this bourbon? Interesting, it's a 4-grain. So it has corn, right? Matter of fact, it is 65% corn, 22% rye, and then the wheat and the malted barley are undisclosed amount. But there's 4 grains, right? The corn, the rye, the wheat, and the barley. Just a minute. I know most of you know this, but Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley, accomplished actors and producers, known for the roles as the Salvatore Brothers in Vampire Diaries, co-founded and developed this new super premium straight bourbon whiskey that represents their friendship and their tastes. A message from Ian and Paul: the bonds of our friendship strengthen while drinking bourbon. All right. It is an MGP product out of Indiana. And one of the most important things is what? Who got this? Who got this for me? Who loaned this to me? You know. A colonel on this show. Jeff. I can't give the man enough shout outs. The man keeps letting me borrow whiskeys to do from his vast, beautiful collection. The man's got more knowledge about whiskey than anybody I know. He's been in the business for years. He's worked with many, many master blenders / distillers. He's in the business as we speak. He's a personal friend, and he really loves this channel. You can't blame him. And he lends me a lot of beautiful whiskey, and this is another one he's lent me. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. All right. Lightly, a light color. All right. You're looking at it. Now, this is also from 3 mash bills. So it's 3 different whiskeys blended in here, right? Probably a rye whiskey, a wheated whiskey, maybe another rye whiskey, 2 rye whiskeys and a wheated, blended together, all 3 different mash bills, all different percentages of corn and everything to make up this one. Light. A lot of people say that will give you an idea of how old it is sometimes, but the problem is, and I say this all the time, you don't know the char level. So you could actually char something in a very short time at a 5 or 5 char, alligator char, and char something, or age something a long time, and a number 1, very light char. And the light char might be lighter than the dark char, even though the heavier char was aged a lot less. So unless everything's got the exact same char, trying to guess the age by the color can be tricky. General rule of thumb, if it's really light, it's probably really young. Other from that, the normal colors, it's hard to really be able to tell that. But anyway, let's get into this. Always part your lips. And smelling it lets the alcohol escape so it doesn't burn, and it also helps you actually get more out of the sniff by opening up more olfactory passages. So I'm getting a little hint of banana, very common in a lot of bourbons, some more than others. A little toffee, kiss of vanilla, and a little grassiness. And just an overall, even though the corn is light, getting a sweetness out of it. Just a sweetness. Okay, let's give her a taste. An acclimation sip. Let me do the one for flavor here now that I've acclimated myself. All right, well, I have to do this as it is. I can't it's not been put into a secondary barrel. It's not cast strength. So judge it on its own merits. A little young, and at 80 proof. It is an... ooh. Let me take another sip of this. A little bubblegum smell, too. Sweet butterscotch up front. Corn. Butterscotch, which was nice on the front. Sweet butterscotch, corn. There's a little citrus there. Extremely burn-free. I don't want to say simple, but there's not a depth to it. It's kind of, it's not 3D, so it's a picture that's not 3D. It's not bad. You've heard what I've said of the smell and the taste. I didn't mention anything off-putting because there is nothing off-putting in this that I'm detecting. That would be bad. No bad flavors. Not a ton of flavors. There's not going to be a lot of searching for this. This is something that you don't really think about. It melds in. There's some citrus. There's probably a little toffee. Maybe a kiss of vanilla you might get. I'm not getting much wood. I'm getting corn. I got that little, there's sweetness. There's some butterscotch / toffee. And that sounds like a lot, but it's just kind of blended. The finish is not long lasting. A sweet pleaser that disappears fast. So the finish is not a lingering strong finish. It's not a hot bourbon. It's not got depths of flavor that I'm picking out. It's kind of all there at once, without the 3D. Not bad though. And nothing, no negatives to it as far as flavor. So, corny. I'm getting a corny little aftertaste. Not bad. Not bad at all. Wouldn't pay a fortune for it. But if you can get it at a good price, it's worth picking up. Nice little sipper. Be a good mixer as well. I'm not sure of the price off the top of my head. I mean, it was loaned to me by my man Jeff. So that's my review of this. Let me know what you think of it. And I will see you all in the next one. Now, if you like the bourbon, I've got a lot of bourbon reviews. You really should check them out. I've got it way up to down and everything in between. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all in the next one.